Hey everybody, and welcome back to Groschel Homestead. Today I'm going to be showing you how I start my seeds. Now you can see I have a little indoor setup here. I can grow just over 1,000 plugs, so 1,000 plants. I do a whole range of varieties. I start mine a little early, so I start in February to get them to the right size to be able to sell to the public, as well as getting a little jump start on my flower beds. Vegetables, I'm going to start a little bit later in a couple of weeks. So be sure to read the back of your seed packets if you also want to grow your plants from seeds. A few things to be able to start some seeds at your house would be a plug tray. So you can find them in your local hardware store or big box store. And then you're going to get some seed starting mix. It's a little bit different than just regular potting soil, so make sure you look for the seed starter mix. I like to go with organic, but if you're not particular on that, that's fine. Just get a cup and just start dumping it in. If you're doing this inside, make sure you have it on a floor that's easily cleanable, as this gets kind of messy. So I just like to dump big piles, and I'm just going to spread it out with my hands here. This is probably my third or fourth serious year of starting from seeds. Normally I just go around and buy my local favorite place, but then I got a little bit more interested on the whole process. And then I started selling them because I started growing an insane amount of plants, vegetable plants, and realizing I did not need 80 tomato plants. So that's another good thing to check. When you're doing your plug trays, there's 72 spots to a tray. So you want to make sure that you don't take one whole packet of tomatoes and fill up the whole tray, because you will end up with 72 tomato plants. Some people also put a bunch of seeds in each little spot. I find that I have a really high germination rate, so I just put one seed per cell, and if I find all the other plants are popping up and that one isn't, then I'll just plug in another seed. That one will just be a little bit smaller to start off, no big deal, but then I feel like I'm not wasting them. So you're just going to flatten them out here. I just use my hands for everything. And then you want to read the back of your seed packet. It has all kinds of information on the back. When you should start it, what the depth to put your hole in, to plant them at, how many more weeks, or how many weeks it takes for them to pop up, before you can put them outside. So I'm going to use a pencil. It says 1/4 inch deep, and I just make a little hole. The pencil's very quick. I get nice consistency with what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to do a ton of pansies is what I'm growing here, because not only am I growing some for myself, but friends and neighbors as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to dump these in, one per cell, because like I said, they pretty much sprout up. Now when you're done and you have everything planted, some people like to soak their tray, so they'll fill up the bottom tray with water and let them soak up. I do that as well as mist the top to make sure everything is nice and moist to get these guys happy and ready to grow. And then I like these black trays because I can either take a pencil or I have a silver permanent marker, and I just make a line of where I'm at. And that way I know this section is going to be pansies, next section is going to be bee balm, and so forth. So just label it and cover them up. So once you get them all covered up, I just take a simple spray bottle and I just spray everything to get it nice and wet. Does make a little bit of a mess, but that's all right. I want to get enough water on there so it soaks just past the seeds, and then when I add the water to the bottom of the tray, it will soak up from the bottom the rest of the way. Now you want to make sure you keep your seedlings nice and moist. You don't want to drown them. That's why I use a spray bottle. I'm in complete control of how much water. And then you can set this in a nice window. Some of these kits come with a plastic tray for on top. My cats like to pick them off, so that's why I have this set up in the house. And I'm already heating my house, so I don't have to heat my greenhouse for a couple more weeks. So this buys me some time. I'm just gonna put it right in here in a nice sunny spot. I already started some of my herbs last week, and some of them are starting to sprout. So they're now under a grow light. You don't have to have a grow light. You can just have a nice sunny window. Just make sure you turn your plants. So every couple of hours, or when you get home from work, make sure you turn them, and then the following morning turn them again. That way your plants don't start to lean over. Another pro for the grow light is you get it nice and close, and then your plants don't get all leggy. So if you started seeds before and they get really tall and then they put those two leaves on, it's because they're looking for the light. So if you use a grow light, they won't do that. There's plenty of different options, affordable options on Amazon that you can get a grow light for. So starting seeds is definitely something that anybody can do. I hope some of these tips help you in starting your own seedlings this spring. Remember, only buy one seed packet for each vegetable or flower you're looking for. There's more seeds inside than you can imagine and more than you'll need. And be sure to read the back of each packet for when to start them. Some seeds do like to be sown directly into the ground, such as peas and green beans. So be sure to read these directions. They're extremely helpful. And I hope you have fun growing your own plants. If you don't have a space, be sure to check out your local nurseries in a couple of months. Bye.